Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf Gaming channel and Total War Saga Troy as we're continuing our Agamemnon campaign. Actually it's mid-noon right now, but every time I think of saying anything else during the beginning of the video, I just think about the Truman Show, the movie that was released somewhere in the late 90s, early 2000, and there's a line in that movie where he says, good morning, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So that's what I'm thinking of every time I start a video and it's later than morning. I don't know how many of you remember that movie or know about that movie nowadays. I don't even know if it would still hold up as a good movie, but I remember it being pretty good. It's played by Jim Carrey as a main character, and it's one of those movies where he's not over the top comedic, which made a very big difference in how I perceived the movie at the time, being pretty young. Still, let's focus on the campaign at the moment. My main focus today will be to take the city of Gla. I want to take Alpenios for myself, so I will try to use our ally here and try to redirect him because he took this city away from our enemy but also away from us. So I'm going to retarget him and hopefully he's not going to go for Alpenios just yet, because the defenses for Alpenios are not that great. This 14 stack army has the potential to take them down. He has some good units here, so yeah, look at that, 125 damage, 70 damage on these, plus 190 damage on the javelins. Yeah, there's a lot that he can do. Basically, he can take Alpenios away, so we're gonna try to take it for ourselves instead. Over on this side, we're going for Agamemnon. Maybe afterwards we're gonna go for Ambrakos here. But more importantly, I feel like I should be going south towards Calydon, mostly because he doesn't have any kind of allies right now, just a trade partner. So overall, we can take this territory away from him. And afterwards, let's see, the faction of mages here. I guess mages. He doesn't really have allies. He has a non-aggression pact to one of the factions we're at war with. So that will have an impact on our relation. But other than that, what I am thinking is that I might declare war here, take this territory away from him. We also have the potential of recruiting sirens on this side, but these two cities are fairly away from each other, right? Yeah, the capital city, like look at how spread out this region is. So this is the capital over here, and this is the secondary city, the supporting city. We could take this away from him, and if we don't want the sirens, or after we recruit the sirens, we can give the territories to Ithaca. The other goal that I have for this campaign is basically to push to take over as much of Greece as possible, just so we can have a protection. Just remember this whenever you're playing your very own campaign. If you start somewhere around here in Greece, you want to secure your back. I mean, you don't have any kind of diplomatic contact with factions that you haven't explored or have never seen. So for a very long time, you could go straight up to Troy, for example, and have no problem with some of the other factions. None at all. However, if you gain strength and then you start discovering them and you get the diplomatic penalty for being, as you can see here, a dominant strategic threat, and this keeps growing up as you expand and take more territory from people, they will be more likely to declare war on you. And at that point, it can be very difficult to, to have sort of a double border where you have to fight armies coming from Troy or fighting Troy itself, and then also fight some of the minor factions in Greece. And I feel like that applies to most factions. If you start at Sparta, you probably want to focus on the south instead, because you rarely have interaction with the north. If you start over here on Troy, you definitely want to secure this side of the islands for you, or the Amazons and things like that. And you can also look on the unexplored map and see resources and potentially things that you might want. For example, we could get Cyclops here. We could get Centaurs on this side. So you can use this drawing, these maps over here. These are harpies. You can figure out what type of resources they're outputting and maybe something that you might want, and you can make your way to them as well, to those points. And the final thing that I am going to go for is this. This is Mount Olympus, very easy to spot. As you can see, highest peaks. I believe that they give us faction-wide bonuses, so that's something that I want as well. Anyway, let's continue our journey here. This army needs an upgrade. For this general, grants vanguard deployment to all light missile infantry in the hero's army. That's pretty good. And then it gives them speed, or gives all light infantry vanguard deployment. Okay. Or we can get overall speed battle, more speed battle or battle speed to siege in siege battles or in land battles. Speed, not the most important thing, I would say, at least not for me, not for my preference at the moment. Let's get this extra experience. 300 experience for missile units is something that we wanted. We're gonna do that. We're gonna trade them hard. And now our diplomat has reached level 3 as well, meaning that we can reduce our upkeep. Let's see. We started at 2800 upkeep for food and 84 for bronze. We're gonna go down by 8%, and then we can give 10% to melee attack of all units, or 8% armor piercing damage of this army. I feel like getting the 10% to melee attack is better. Let's see. So all of a sudden 2780. Okay, not a huge amount, to be honest. I was expecting a bit more, but what can you do? Either way, we are getting more melee attack over here, which should add up to, especially to some of the really good units like these. And what else do we have to do? Nothing here, nothing here. Settlement to upgrade. Get a bit of food in Tolophon. Not be bad. Let's actually get this one. We were waiting for... yeah, we were waiting for stone over here. Small mountain of Apoikia. If a culture is to spread, it must branch out, yet perhaps gingerly at first. Sure, let's get the 40 stone per turn plus another 56% once our influence goes up. It's gonna take some work, but let's do that. And at this point, this can take only... what do I want? Do I want the little food? I guess I do. Even the little food would matter right now. And I could get more vision. I don't need it over here. I don't need it over here either. Okay, we'll leave it at this. Let's see what's gonna happen now. Hector of Troy had the victory there. I'm just gonna leave it on slow here just to see, because we have an embedded agent. So if we can get a bit of information on Hector's army, that would be great. Okay. He has 2 small armies and 2 bigger armies overall. And now we can speed it up. He wants us to give him 87 gold for 7 turns. And he's gonna give us a bunch of wood. I will accept just because he's our friend. And I feel like I have a lot of gold right now where I don't need anything else. You very unfriendly. I am not gonna give you anything. You are an ally of our enemy. So we're not gonna do any of that. Another war has been declared on us. Sure. And this is sort of how things generally go, these situations. If I attack, I will lose some units. I'll wait one more turn. Should I? I could also fight the battle and push. You know what? Let's do that. We're gonna make it very quick. We're just gonna jump into the battle, take them down, keep away some of the units which are about to die, and probably just have these seeded for ourselves. I really feel like waiting any longer would just be to our detriment. No point in attacking this sector, especially because they have 2 extra towers there. Better to attack this one or this one. You know what? I like that idea. Let's bring the entire army over here. I am going to assign a spear unit here. Let's see, clubmen, bunch of swords. These slightly better spears, or better replenished spears, and then we'll have our range units and Agamemnon and start the battle. You do that, you get up on the walls, you get up on the walls. Sure, let's start targeting their... Actually, I'm not sure if I should even target his javelins. I'll target his hero with our harpies and probably his spears with our javelins. Move the spears forward, move Agamemnon as well. Let's speed it up. As you can see, many of the units are within the town. They're tired already. They're gonna keep running towards this area.
Your ladders have a foothold on their walls.
Yeah, we'll be totally fine here. Probably I could ring up the ladder some of these spears.
You are about to capture the gates.
Okay, this unit, let's reposition it. These clubmen, I will bring them over here just to take over this tower, so that it doesn't engage with us too much. Swords, attack the javelins. Clubmen, attack the clubmen. These clubmen will attack those clubmen. Agamemnon, yeah sure, let's inspire the rest of the troops. It didn't really give a good inspiration here.
The warriors are attacking the gates.
At least not in the way that I imagined. Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave those there.
You have captured the enemy tower.
I'm gonna slightly speed it up. Good, we've captured that tower. We have more clubmen here. Let's go after his hero. Enemy gates have been destroyed. Let's go and target his spears and his clubmen here, or his militia. Let's see, yeah. Engage. Overall, we're fine. Let's increase our melee defense. We're gonna do some attacks from the side. Move Agamemnon forward. Once again, let's speed things up.
You have captured the gates.
You go forward, let's regenerate some stamina. Okay. I need to pay attention here for a second, so I'll just slow this one
The
down.
foe has captured your tower.
Good, we're good here. Let's push some units forward. Let's bring these ones to support as well. These battles look so good. I still remember playing at an internet cafe because I didn't have a computer at home. Playing Shogun Total War after my brother recommended it to me. I mean, he's older than me by, what is it, 4 or 5 years? And he went to an internet cafe, which was one of those things which were quite new at the time in town. There were some internet cafes, but they used to run MS-DOS game, with which I could play at least Warcraft 2, or there was StarCraft. You could also play it from, I believe. Did you need Windows for StarCraft 2? I feel like you could also run it from MS-DOS. Don't remember fully right now, but maybe that is the case. Either way, he went to the internet cafe and he found Shogun Total War, and he told me about the game, and I went and I ran it. I was really bad at it. I didn't fully understand. I was too young to fully understand the battles and how it went, how the controls went, but I was old enough to understand the buildings and, you know, just reading the English and the story and everything else. I was so impressed at the time. It's since then that I love Total War games. And it just got better and better with the Rome Total War and things like that. So nowadays when I look at the graphics of these games, even though it's not perfect, there's far from perfect, it really looks good. Seal of Gla, minus 4% to the recruitment cost of missile units in the hero's army. And a Zoster, plus 2 to motivation and plus 5 to hero's morale.
King Agamemnon.
Okay. Well, on the good side, Agamemnon is at least done fighting for the moment. He's going to sit here and replenish the troops. Our ally has moved away, which means that Alpenos is open for us to take. There's no need for battle, we're just gonna auto-resolve this.
Occupy this place.
And here is a question. Do you wanna see... I do have the blood... I don't know, the blood and gore mod or things like that. However they put it in Total War Troy. Do you wanna see that mod? I generally prefer to play without it because at times, I don't know about you, but at times I feel like this is... The blood and gore mods generally look pretty goofy to me, where it's a bit too over the top.
I pledge my loyalty.
Okay, Agamemnon, ours for the taking once again without battle.
This place is ours.
And he became daring. Great. What level? Level 3. This means we can assign him into our court. Let's see, 15% to ammunition of missile units in the hero's army. Grants fatigue reduction to all units in the hero's army. Having extra ammunition is very important. Getting more armor piercing to our missile units is also really important. More resistance to units from missiles. But fatigue is so important. I'm just gonna go with the range. I'm gonna try to make him into a range specialist. even though, as some of you know, it won't last for too long.
I pledge my loyalty.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's go to the court and appoint him into our court as a Hekestas. All of a sudden, we are getting 5 to diplomatic relations with the Achaeans and minus 10% to the recruitment cost of all army. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's gonna keep going up with the benefits. Cool. So there we go, we got the Royal Blood mission completed here. Motivation for all heroes has been increased by 1. Agamemnon and Aegisthus has also gained 2000 experience, which is great. 1000 ships. Construct 3 of each of the following buildings. Sheltered ship stands. So this is the level 3 shipyards. If we are to sack well-walled Troy, the number of our ships must humble even earth-shaking Poseidon. Aegisthus performs his duties admirably and with loyalty. He has played an instrumental role in marshalling your forces, and you have come to rely on his shrewd advice. He now recommends, rightfully so, that the Achaeans' host should gather a great many ships to reach the shores of Anatolia. It is time to build Mycenae's a mighty fleet, the likes of which the world has never seen. And we will get 30% to campaign movement range at sea, some extra experience, 25% diplomacy with our vassals, and center scouts available in the special recruitment pool. Okay, so we will need this. Shelter ship stands, we will need 3 of them. Let's take a look at our armies first. For Agamemnon, let's give more armor to spear units. I would like them to be more resistant, especially since we do have a bunch of them.
I'll do it right.
We have an extra point here. Reduce the upkeep of club units or archers. We don't have archers, we could give to the club units, but maybe we can do something else. Heraclean Roar would increase our armor piercing. Increase the chance of stealing spoils from the fallen following a victory. Or movement range after a hero's battle. More charge to shielded infantry. Let's go with one of these. Being able to move a lot more after a battle could help, both in attack and on the retreat. But also getting a bunch of ancillaries could be great. Let's get this one, let's get the movement speed. I feel like it could be playing better tactically. For you, -2 to the siege holdout enables night battle when attacking. Targets cannot receive reinforcement. Night battles, absolutely awesome. And for you, for Aegisthus, increase the reload skill of missiles or the armor piercing. I feel like the armor piercing is a bit more important. I could get some extra range and ammunition here. Well, let's get this one. Let's get the armor piercing. Okay. And with you, apparently, this was raised on Brachos. So we don't have to worry about that city for now. The faction has been destroyed almost. They still have the city of Oitar. So Calydon is our next target here. We'll be able to attack them in one turn.
Shepherd of the people.
Inspired barter, we're losing 3000 food per turn.
This is a good time to talk.
I will... Let's see, what do they want us to do? Not the best deal in the world, I'll be honest. Let's try to find short on bronze and good on food. I'll go to war with them. Hippolyta is a Trojan pillar, so I'm not sure that she's gonna stay in a good relation with us. Let's see, let's do short on none for now. You.
I am happy to negotiate.
How much are you going to give us? Let's see, we want 1,000. Yeah, not great. Ithaca has a lot of food.
Heart is open to my
So
words.
barter 1,000 food, 7.1, and let's say that we are going to give you 150 bronze. Sure. Let's do that for now. For our spy, let's just bring him up here.
I'll have to refuse.
Level 4 hero.
Do not concern yourself with my methods.
I'll
This
have
is
to
the
refuse.
diplomat, okay.
I can make any
Let's
problem
see.
go away.
Ajax.
Problem has gone.
+2 to motivation and +5 to melee defense of hero. His linen armor we took away from him by assassinating him. Awesome. That leaves him with a level 1 hero, probably for a while. We'll be able to reach him in one turn. Buildings. Getting more stone should be one focus, right? We're gonna get to level 3 there. And we can upgrade our food settlement as well. Administration, we're still far away from tier 5. And is that about it? Feels like that is pretty much what we can do at the moment. For this sector, yeah, we're getting good happiness right now. Maybe as soon as we can throw in a guardhouse to have better troops. This port we could bring it to level 3, so let us do that. It's very well protected.
For glory!
And finally, I'm gonna take a quick look in diplomacy. Can I confederate with anyone? No, but we are getting pretty close here. Vassalize. Okay. We could vassalize. He's reliable and he's a minor power. They do not compete or desire to conquer the world. So he could be a good friend of ours here. If we can protect him. The thing about vassals is that they can hold their own army and help you without you having to pay for administration and things like that. Okay, interesting. Hostile agent activity, so got a bit demoralized.
Shadowy hand.
He sallied out his army here. They do have one chariot, but come on.
I'll win or die trying.
And I can do a night battle here, right? Yep. But if I do this, we're gonna lose a club warrior. He says that he has an advantage here. Well, let's just do a quick battle here. He has no chance, really no chance at all, but I guess they do have the potential. The way the AI will work is that he is engaging the entire army, right? It doesn't matter how depleted they are. That's why at times you're gonna lose units in the auto-resolve.
Let's take them!
We're gonna put the spears in front. We're going to keep the clubmen over here. We're gonna bring the swords to the right. We'll have the javelin men over here. I'm also going to bring in the light clubmen on the right and the hero in the middle.
Men, war! No question.
I'm on it.
Let's see. Just because they don't seem to be marching forward too well, I am going to give them an incentive to do so by going around them. Oh, there is the chariot, so let's try to get them through the woods. I will also focus my javelins on them as well. The hero is to the right, so I'm going to bring our hero to the right. We're gonna bring the light clubmen, especially if we can fight them in the woods here. Light troops will do better than medium troops, right, in the woods? Probably so.
Your warriors
Let's
have spotted
focus,
hidden foes.
let's attack. He's marching forward here, so let's not miss the opportunity to attack and flank them and do all that. Make sure that they gather up. Good. We're gonna do here. The great thing about the fighting in the forest is that the chariots will not be efficient at all. Their speed will be down. Okay.
The foe has sighted
His
your
javelin
hidden
should
units.
focus on them over there. Clubmen attack here, clubmen attack there. Hero, let's remove his armor. I really need a bit more coffee. Okay. Javelins, yeah, focus on his chariots. You keep on him.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Yeah. This guy's got absolutely wasted. You focus on him, you focus on him. Sure, follow, attack. But I really want to help them take a lot of losses here,
Seriously, shut up.
so that the follow-up battle will not be as, important or things like that. His chariots will be wasted. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Let's quickly try to take a few more of them down. Is that it? I feel like that is pretty much it, right? I don't feel like we could take many more of them down. Maybe just this hero.
Hades has claimed the enemy hero.
I feel like at the moment we are in a steamroll situation where most of the minor factions have nothing against us. They can't really put up a fight with some of the armies that we are supporting, but remember that we are also losing a lot of resources. Lives are barter here just to get some resources.
Move it. Bring the pain.
Let's see.
Kill them all.
Yeah, I can't attack anymore, meaning that he's gonna get some replenishment. He could even engage me here because Oita has some good armies. Should be interesting to see tomorrow what they decide to do. They'll probably engage us, I am imagining. The Caledonians have actually settled here in Umbrakos, meaning that they will not be wiped up as soon as we are attacking here. And they probably have an army over here that has established that village. Either way, very interesting. It's going to catch up some steam here, taking over some of these villages. Troy, and also we have Paris of Troy should be joining the war soon as well. Yeah, Troy will declare war with us. Paris of Troy will also declare war with us if they haven't already. I feel like only these ones that have. And at that point, pretty much most of Anatolia will declare war on us and they'll send ships over. So it should be quite interesting to see what's going to happen here. And how successful we will be in taking down Troy. With that in mind, hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, do consider leaving a like, as it does help me, helps the channel grow. You know how YouTube works. If you have any thoughts about the game or any suggestions, do leave them down in the comment below. And until tomorrow, I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.